Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Wilbo. We are back in a video on the YouTube channel, and today, guys, I got some more Cold War zombies for you guys. And basically, I'm gonna do an updated version on the top 5 best weapons in the game, not including wonder weapons, just regular upgraded weapons. And some of these weapons I got out of the box, so I want to mention, if you do use certain attachments on them, they're gonna be better. If they don't look too good in the gameplay, I'm just letting you know. So I got them out of the box, but basically, we're just gonna do an updated version on this. Let me guys know what you think of the video. Leave a comment and let me know if you agree with the list. Let me know your list, and let's get basically right into it. So first off, number 5, I'm gonna have to say the DMR. If you have not tried the DMR is actually really good, and make this gun really good, so you're gonna have to run a strike team barrel, which gives you damage and fire rate. I'll show you in a second. And basically, if you run that barrel, it's going to give you hella fire rate, so you can basically just spam the trigger. I don't know why you have to have a fire rate barrel to spam the trigger, but that's how it is. And as I said, I got this version out of the box, so if you want a really good class for it, you're going to have to upgrade it to max and use the certain attachment. So strike team barrel right there, or maybe it's the titanium, but it's the one with the damage and the fire rate. But basically, the DMR does a lot of damage to the head, and it's a very fast weapon. Surprisingly, it also has a lot of fire rate. If you have a really good trigger finger and you have the fire rate barrel on, you can basically do anything with this. I don't know why nowadays games limit you to certain fire rates with your weapons, and you have to use barrels to make the fire rate faster. I don't understand that, but that's basically how this gun works. You just turn on, or you put on a barrel, and your fire rate's faster, I guess. I mean, and that's what really makes this gun good. That's what makes this gun stand out compared to a lot of the guns. I would put this higher on the list, but I mean, it doesn't have much ammo in it. But not getting on to number 4, I'm gonna have to say the Hauer. The Hauer did get nerfed heavily, so as you guys know, the Hauer was number 1 a while ago. It was the best gun in the game for a few months. It was really good, very consistent, and it was easily the best gun in the game. It's still one hit on high rounds, one hit very easily, but they nerfed it, and then they buffed the zombies' health as well. So the Hauer is still good, though. It's still a very good weapon, but you just have to like be up close, aim in sometimes, and you have to max it out. And it's very effective on outbreak. It's not really good for high rounds. It's not really good for camping either. If you're gonna go for high rounds with this thing, you probably have to train, and you would have to go on outbreak for high rounds as well if you really wanted to. But the Hauer is still a very consistent weapon. It's very good against the boss zombies, and a lot of the boss zombies it does a lot of damage to. So it's very good against the boss weapon, or the boss zombies, but it just got nerfed, so it's not as good as it really was before. It's still a top 5 weapon in my opinion. I do think it's very good, and it's the Hauer. I mean, shotguns dominate the meta in this game, as you would be surprised to see what number 1 is. But getting on to number 3, this is actually a very underrated pick. I did get this weapon out of the box, as I stated in the beginning, for some of these weapons, so this isn't really the best class for it, and it's not going to do the most damage, and it's only upgraded twice. So basically you're going to be running the Task Force barrel and the SOCOM Eliminator. I have a whole class setup video, and I made a video on it if you want to go find that on my channel. It's the dual magnums video. So basically, it's the dual magnums. I mean, you have to make them dual to make them even good. And a lot of people like the dual AMPs, but I think the dual magnums, in my opinion, are personally just better. I think the AMPs are probably number 6 in my opinion. I really do like the AMPs as well, but I just think the dual magnums are more superior in my opinion. I just think they're better in my opinion. I don't know. I really do like them. It's my favorite gun in the game, or in zombies at least. I use them all the time, and I'm pretty sure I have the most kills with them in zombies. So these things put out a lot of damage, and if you go like gunslinger, shoot them back and forth, it does a lot of damage, and it like bails out both weapons. So if you need to reload one, you can just use the other, and if you need to reload both, which is probably ideal to reload both at the same time, but I mean, you have to upgrade it to max. You have to use the right attachments to make it good. But getting on to number 2, this is obviously going to be the M16. This is speedrunners' favorite weapons. The speedrunners all use this gun. I mean, I get it because it has a 6-round burst. It's really good, and the M16 is just a very effective weapon in general because it has a 6-round burst. It's not a 3-round burst like the AUG. I'm pretty sure the AUG is a 3-round burst. The AUG could be very good, but this one's a 6-round burst, so it does 6 times of the damage that it does on one regular round, which right now is 2,000 to the head, sometimes 1,500. But if you get this thing to max, if you get the right attachments on this thing as well, and you get the fire rate barrel and you get the damage barrel, this thing is very effective and very good. It has a lot of ammo, surprisingly, for an AR, and If you have Mule Kick Tier 5, it reloads really fast as well, and this the M16. I mean, it's speedrunner's favorite gun, speedrunner's world out here. So M16, number 5 in my opinion. Number 2 in my opinion. Number 1, we're gonna get in that in a second. So M16, give it a try. You're definitely gonna run the damage barrels on it, and the fire rate barrel gives it the 6-round burst as well. So getting on to number 1, I'm gonna say the Gallo. Obviously, shotguns run the meta, as I said in the beginning of the video. So the Gallo is very good, very effective weapon, definitely really better on Outbreak. You can still go for high rounds with this thing compared to the Hauer, since the Hauer has a slower fire rate compared to the Gallo. But I think the Gallo is definitely the best and the more superior shotgun, especially before it got nerfed in the beginning of the game. This thing was very good. And it's basically, there's a wall buy for it on every single map. As you see, I was pointing towards the one, and I'm right next to one in Mauer de Toten, and there's also one in Die Maschine. I'm not for sure about Firebase Z, but I know there's one in Die Maschine, and there was one right there in Mauer de Toten. So it's a wall buy on every map. Also, the Hauer does have a wall buy on Die Maschine and Mauer de Toten. I'm not for sure about Firebase Z as well. So that was before it got nerfed, really. I mean, the Hauer's also very good as well. I mean, as I said, shotguns run the meta. Shotguns run this thing. So that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, it's been your boy Wilbo. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Come on, my nigga, we on go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hang, and I guess it was a miss. The picture I paint is never gonna change. RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash, we'll run to the back, we can do this shit all again. Come on, my nigga, we on go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hang, and I guess it was a miss. The picture I paint is never gonna change. RPG